My dear children, I hope you are keeping well. I am Rashmi Pahel, your English teacher. I welcome you all to this video for the purpose of understanding and revising chapter number 1 of your literature book Gulmohar. The name of the chapter is The Boy Who Broke the Bank. Please watch the video carefully. Let's get started.
The Boy Who Broke the Bank is a very interesting story written by Ruskin Bond. You all must have read many books and stories written by Ruskin Bond as he loves to write about children. So let's know a little more about Ruskin Bond. He is one of India's most famous and beloved authors. As a child, he loved to read. He wrote his first novel, The Room of the Roof, when he was just 17, and he has not stopped writing after that. He is best known for his stories about the adventures of Rusty, a sensitive and imaginative boy from the hills of Dehradun. This is one of the epic stories written by him. Now, let me introduce to you the main characters of the story. The main characters are Nathu, who is the sweeper boy, Seth Govindaram, who is the owner of the bank, Sitaram, the washerman's son, Mrs. Prakash, Mrs. Bhushan, Mr. Jugal Kishore, Faiz Hussain, bank manager, and the town people. Children, before we start with the explanation of the chapter, I want all of you to understand certain vocabulary that has been used in the chapter. Rumor, which means gossip. Haphazard, which means unorganized. Collapse means a sudden failure of something. Disgraceful, it means bad or unacceptable. Bankrupt means not having enough money to pay your debts. Distress, it is a state of being very upset. Seldom means rarely. Frenzy, it is a state of great excitement or anxiety. Far-sightedness, it is the wisdom and understanding of what may happen in future. Let's start understanding the story now. The gripping story, The Boy Who Broke the Bank, is full of humor and narrates how a gossip created a disaster. It deals with the plight of an unpaid sweeper boy named Nathu and how his struggle to get better employment creates rumors about the bank where he works going bankrupt. Nathu was a sweeper boy in a small local bank. The bank did not pay his salary for a month. He decided to join some other job. His friend Sitaram helped him to get a job. His customer, named Mrs. Prakash, needed a sweeper. On hearing the fact not properly, Mrs. Prakash gossiped that the bank was not able to give salary to the boy. Her friend, Mrs. Bhushan, informed her husband that the bank was bankrupt. Her husband told about it to the barber, Faiz Hussain. The barber, while shaving, in a shock, cut his right ear with the blade. The news panicked the gentleman about his money in the bank. He suddenly ran to talk to the bank owner. He got to know that the owner, Seth Govindaram, was holidaying in Kashmir. Then he told the barber that Seth ran with all the money in the bank. And soon the news spread like fire in the town. Many people rushed to the bank. The bank manager got confused. He requested the account holders to come the next day, but they wanted their money immediately, and some, out of anger, threw stones on the windows of the bank. This is how the bank collapsed by the gossip. Nathu went to the bank the next morning and got horrified by the trouble that happened to the bank. He cursed them. Nathu waited there to get his salary without knowing the reason that his situation was the reason behind the closure of the bank. Thus, the story ends. The story is ironical. It points out that rumors and gossips are dangerous and destructive.
Dear children, this was all about chapter number 1. I hope you all have understood the chapter now. I wish to see you soon as your pretty faces bring a lot of smile on my face. Till then, take care and study well.